And we're back. Couch Company Podcast. I'm John, and with me, as always, Tyler.
Hey, John.
What is going on, my man?
Nothing. It's a Saturday, so we're doing this in the daylight.
Peek behind the curtain. Saturday.
Yeah, no, it's...
Peek behind the curtain has slowly but surely become even worse.
It's going on a t-shirt. Yeah.
Date, all of the...
I must have said, in full transparency, maybe
Does that even
2
make
dozen
sense?
times. What do you mean?
In full... Give me... use it in a sentence.
Okay, hey, being fully transparent, full transparency.
Oh, yeah, I do that too.
Being totally candid.
Because you sound
I probably
like...
shouldn't be telling you this, but... You
sound like the cool guy at work. Even though...
Although I was being serious at that point, but I'm very transparent with people, probably too much. Like, I need to pull that back a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, I need to play
the
game
game more evil.
More. Not evil, but like...
Little more Cobra Commander.
I don't know. I feel like if people were just a little bit more honest across the board in corporate America and, their daily life, in terms of just like, okay, here's how it is. Take it or leave it. This is the situation that you have yourself in.
Is that always the case, though? Because, like, let's say you don't like someone. Is it better just to be upfront and be like, I really don't like you. I think you're a bad person.
Well, what's the alternative?
You be cordial with them, nice to their face.
So you're just fake.
Yeah, fake.
Is that not tiring, though?
Oh, I hate it.
Okay.
But you can't be in public and be like, you know what? I think you're a piece of shit.
Yeah, but here's the thing. It goes beyond that.
Okay.
So when I'm saying honest, it's not just like, hey, John, I hate you.
Right.
Right?
Right.
It could, if you're being fully honest, fully transparent, then you're talking about like, hey, here are some things that you're doing that are really driving me up a wall. And they might have some things that you're doing. And then you grow together and become best friends.
You know what's worse, though?
Yeah.
When you just don't like someone for no reason.
Do you have a, for instance, that you can share on air?
I'm not going to give names, but there are people that I don't like.
So Clyde came, like, you were talking about how much you hate him.
Clyde?
Yeah.
Fucking hate Clyde.
Right.
Piece of shit.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. But I don't even know a Clyde.
I kind of tried to pick a name that maybe you wouldn't.
There's like a Clyde, like from kindergarten I forgot about. He's just listening like, God damn it, John.
There was a Trevor.
Yeah?
From kindergarten that liked the Cowboys, and we didn't like each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you're not a Cowboy guy?
I mean, I was conditioned that I have to like the Steelers because we're in, Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're talking about football teams.
Yeah.
I was thinking of actual Cowboys.
No. I'm pretty sure I was into the Cowboys.
No, that's Cowboy fans fucking suck.
I guess.
They're so annoying.
Yeah. Who was the Steeler with the long blonde hair in the Super Bowl where the Cowboys actually won? No.
Bradshaw?
Green?
Green?
Yeah. Not Mean Joe Green, but was there another Green?
Another Green quarterback?
Yeah. No, not a quarterback.
Oh, not a quarterback.
He I don't know, caught the ball or ran the ball. Did something with the ball.
He caught the ball, ran the ball.
He didn't throw it.
Long blonde hair.
Long blonde hair on the Steelers.
So we're talking in the 2000s?
No, we would be talking in the 90s.
I was going to say, the Cowboys haven't been to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we'd be talking in the 90s. I don't know. I mean, whatever. That was the guy. I had a newspaper article of him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Great guy.
He was fantastic. I think Cordell Stewart would have been the quarterback at
Your
that point,
favorite
right?
player.
My favorite.
Next to Tommy Maddox.
Tommy Maddox, he gets a bad rap. I hate, like, people are terrible.
Yeah.
Just in general.
Including Tommy Maddox.
Apparently, if I'm to believe all the Steeler fans.
He was bad. I don't know.
He saved us on one game, didn't he?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then
he was like the best thing ever.
I remember that. I was like in elementary school. Everyone's going crazy over this guy. Like people were buying his jersey.
Yeah.
Then the next year, this little guy named Ben Roethlisberger comes in.
This little guy.
Who's this fucking guy? Crashes his
he's
motorcycle.
Done now. Like he's done.
Yeah, he retired.
Yeah.
He retired.
Did he like really retire?
Yeah.
Is he going to play next year?
I don't know.
Okay.
It could be a Brett Favre situation.
I'm telling you right now, if he plays next year, I'm putting him on my team.
On your fantasy team?
Yeah.
That is the worst decision I've ever heard in my life.
Sure.
All right. If you want to
put it on here,
$20 or whatever.
I enjoy, dude, the moment we start fantasy, I throw the $20 away, don't think about it, and it's just a fun time.
You'd be a great gambler.
Yeah.
You'd be fantastic.
That's why I stay away from gambling.
Yeah, because you're too good?
Yeah.
$20, kitty glitter.
It's too perfect.
get your 100, get out.
Look, kitty glitter only way, and we're skipping all over the place. What were we talking about?
We were talking about
terrible
transparency.
People. Anyway, what I'm saying is, if you tell somebody that you hate them because
whoa, you're not going to tell the kitty glitter life hack
that's
here?
For me. Okay, kitty glitter life hack is you have to go on your birthday, and you can only do it once.
It's a slot machine for those listening.
Yeah, it's a slot machine.
They're supposed to fucking know that.
Okay, I think we've talked about it before, but kitty glitter is a slot machine. You have to take a $20 bill. You go on your birthday. You can only do this one time. You'll walk away with $60. Just keep hitting max bet. You'll win.
Yeah. It knows.
It knows. It's a birthday treat.
It's transparent.
I don't think anyone's lost on their birthday.
I've lost on my birthday.
Did you play kitty glitter on your birthday?
I actually exclusively lose on my birthday.
Did you only play
I've never played kitty glitter.
Okay, well then you can't say you lost on your birthday.
Well, I thought you meant as a whole.
No, of course as a whole. Kitty glitter specifically, you don't lose on your birthday.
Yeah, I got to remember that.
It's important.
It is
an
important step.
Yeah.
Anyways, transparency is important in life. Go up to someone you hate and just tell them you hate them.
No, don't tell them you hate them. Tell them why you hate them.
What if you don't have a reason? Like, there are people, it's just like, they're nice.
I don't believe that. Yeah, but like,
they're just normal. I just don't like them.
Okay.
I wouldn't say I hate them, but I really don't like them.
Like, are they too nice? Do they make you feel bad about yourself?
I don't know. There's some instances where I just think they're really boring.
Okay.
What am I going to fucking do? Oh, you're boring.
Yeah, but you don't hate them.
Let me go do something crazy, bro.
You don't hate them.
You like me. Like, what?
We're doing, like, in the morning, we're doing, like, our, like, energy drink voice, like, nah, you're not gonna do, like, but no,
I have to, or else I'm gonna fall asleep.
You're not gonna hate them because they're boring. You're just like, hey, I don't want to hang out with you because you're uninteresting.
That's soul crushing. Imagine someone told you that.
Yeah, well then you're effectively helping them at that point, because now they have to be. I mean, look at Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where they keep telling the guy's super boring, and he's going like rock climbing, mountain climbing, going and like.
What if he starts like doing drugs?
He's not boring anymore. Maybe drugs would help him.
Okay, buddy.
Don't do drugs.
There's a lot of transparency going on.
That's fine.
We are the Christian couch.
We're still workshopping that one, but don't do drugs. I'm sorry.
Well,
pulling it back, like the curtain.
The curtain is gone. We burned the curtain. All right. Anyways, transparency.
Yeah. What else is going on? What have you been doing? You said you were watching The Sopranos. You want to talk about that?
Dude, I have been watching The Sopranos. Great show. If you like mob shows. Actually, dude, all the best shows and movies are like mob related. You know what I mean? One way or another. Even Breaking Bad.
It's crime.
Organized crime kind of deal.
You like rooting for the bad guy.
Yeah, I feel like everyone wants to be a bad guy in their heart of hearts, including Clyde.
I would say, without seeing Soprano, okay, you never saw White Collar, huh?
Yeah, I watched White Collar.
Okay, White Collar. I love White Collar.
Yeah.
White Collar's great.
That was on USA, right?
Yes, I think so.
There's a big stretch. Sorry, a cat just landed on my leg, on my foot.
They playing around, sorry.
They just landed, just plopped. Oh. There's a stretch of time where I was watching all my shows on USA Network for some reason.
Yeah,
like White Collar,
Psych,
Suits.
I've never seen Suits.
It's very cheesy, but I really liked it.
Is it better than White Collar?
No. Like as an actual show, no. But I liked it better than White Collar because I like
Suits.
cheese.
Oh.
I do like Suits. They have very nice suits.
Cheesy suits.
My mom would always come in and like the women like dressed in these really nice like cocktail dresses and stuff. But it's like a law firm. So my mom would come in and be like, women don't dress like that in the office. And she'd just like go on a tirade about it. She like really, really was passionate.
Maybe there's a dress code out there with just like...
Well, yeah, you don't wear that shit to like a law firm, I'm sure. Maybe they do. I don't know. What does my mom know? She's not a lawyer. Mom.
We went to see our realtor on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I was like... Or no, not Sunday. Tuesday. I don't know. What is time? And I was very concerned with what I was going to wear there. Because it's like you want to be taken seriously.
Right.
And you want to seem like an adult.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to be like overdressed like I'm going in for like a business interview. I was spending way too much time thinking about it.
No, I totally get you. I did the same exact thing when I was going to test drive some cars.
Yeah.
Because I'm test driving some pretty nice cars. But I'm younger. So I don't want it to seem like, oh, this fucking idiot's just coming in so he can drive these cars. but I don't want to be an idiot and like wear a suit to a
Yeah, you don't want to like oversell
so there's a sweet spot.
Yeah.
So I wore a suit. No, I'm just kidding.
Did you? I assume button up. Did you tuck it in?
No.
It
was a bold. It was a bold strategy.
Expecting like a half untucked thing.
Dude, Dodgeball might be one of the best movies of all time. The more I think about it, Dodgeball.
Where did that come from?
I quoted it. It's a bold strategy.
Yeah.
The best quote in the movie.
One of the best roles of Jason Bateman, where he wasn't Jason Bateman.
Yeah, right. But like everyone says, so this is actually an interesting point. Me and my friend were talking, and we were talking about like favorite movies, and it kind of depends on your definition. So some people, I would say maybe most people, would say their favorite movie is that movie they can watch over and over, never get tired of it. It always makes them laugh, or it always makes them feel something, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So when I was talking to my friend, he was like, Zombieland's his favorite.
Right.
Because it always makes him laugh. He doesn't know what it is, but he can watch it like whenever. But for me, it's all about the experience I had with it. So The Departed will always be my favorite movie because the first time I watched this movie, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable. And it almost makes me not want to watch it like more. Like I've seen it again since, but I have not. It is pretty low on.
You're not watching it every day,
right? But I like kind of don't want to watch it.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Because I want to preserve. I want to encapsulate the feeling.
Yeah,
of the original viewing.
I get that.
So like that movie, Shutter Island's up there for me. Seven's fantastic.
Shutter Island was okay.
It was great.
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me right now?
No, it was a good movie.
It's a fantastic movie.
I mean, look, it's not Departed.
No.
Or Saving Private Ryan or Dark Knight or
I think it's better than Dark Knight.
What?
Yep.
That's silly.
It made me feel more than The Dark Knight.
That's a silly goose. Okay,
we can both agree it's better than The Batman.
Well, yeah, we're not going to even get there yet. But yeah.
But anyway, so what do you view like your favorite movie? Is it like...
How do we get on movies?
Transparency.
Oh, okay. So I'm kind of in the ballpark with you, but I don't want to like...
What ballpark?
In terms of like, I'm not going to pick a movie that I can just watch whenever.
Right.
Like I can watch Ocean's 11 all day long.
Is that your like...
That's not my favorite movie, but that's like... if that's on, I'm watching it.
Do you know what my, like, I can watch it whenever I've seen it maybe the most amount of times? Well, actually, the movie I've probably seen the most ever in my life is Over the Hedge.
I think you said that before.
Yeah, little DreamWorks picture. There's like one summer where me and my little brother watched it every day.
Yeah.
Anyways, but the one where I was like a little more grown was Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
It was like on Netflix, and I would watch it like every couple of days for some reason. I just love that movie. Anything
that is like Ocean's 11, anything that's a little bit shorter. Like I don't want these like long drawn out things. Like honestly, even like Lord of the Rings maybe wouldn't be in the conversation because it's just too long.
Especially when we watch them back to back.
Yeah, well, I'll never do that again. But in terms of my favorite movie, so Saving Private Ryan is my favorite movie.
Yeah,
and that's something where it's like I'll watch that maybe once a year.
Okay,
and I typically will see something new that I missed. Because like eventually after you watch it so many times, you're starting to see all these like little details, these little things, and you start watching the people in the background.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. And for whatever reason, a lot of the time in a movie, if you watch the people in the background, they're either like super fake or they're just kind of like staring at the actors that are actually acting. And you don't notice it the first time, and then you start watching it more and more, and you start watching it in like TV. Like TV is insane. Like if you watch Schitt's Creek and you watch like the people in the background, it's actually kind of funny. But Saving Private Ryan, everybody is like 100% in character, like 99.9% of the time. So it's just it really is immersive, and I haven't seen another movie that really has that level of it. Like even like Dark Knight Rises and things like that. During like the battles and they're like everyone's like fist fighting and stuff, and it's just like okay, it's just a bunch of people that you got from Pittsburgh to brawl.
My friend was in that.
But yeah,
Dark Knight Rises.
Yep,
he ran down the street in a coat.
Nice,
and took them like 5 hours.
That's
it was like 80 degrees out, so they were toast.
Yep. I remember that.
He got paid like maybe a couple $100. I don't know.
I mean, that's super cool. It's just like...
No, yeah. You can see him for like one frame. It's
I don't
awesome.
know. But I'm with you that I want like that experience and whatever it... Like, if a movie really shocked me of how much I liked it, so Departed... I still put Ocean's 11 in there because I didn't know what the heck that movie was. We put it on, and I'm like, this is the
I like
coolest
Ocean's
movie.
13 better.
I think you're probably right, but Ocean's 11 for me had that experience.
Yeah.
Like 13, by the time 13 came out, you knew what you were getting into.
Right.
11, as a kid, this was my parents sat down and were like, we're going to watch this movie as a family. And we did, and it was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Wow.
Because it was just a bunch of cool dudes robbing stuff.
It is the ultimate cool guy movie,
yeah,
for sure.
It makes you feel really cool. Like, I started drawing Brad Pitt's tattoo on my hand, like, every day at school with a Sharpie.
Nice.
Got in trouble. I shouldn't do that, but...
Why?
Nah, you weren't allowed to have tattoos
It's better than nudes in the old notebook.
That's true. That's good. That's a good point.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's different philosophies on that. I'm not sure. Is it between those two kind of stances, or do you think there's another way to interpret your favorite movie?
I mean, I'm sure those are like you're talking like in terms of like a scale or whatever. Like, one is like, I could just binge this every day, all day, and this one is like, I just think this is the best. Yeah. Like, maybe the third option would be like just the best made movie.
Yeah.
Like
so I think, I mean, for me, you know, I have my favorite movie, which is The Departed.
Yeah.
But I think The Godfather is the best movie ever made.
Yeah, and see, I think like Lord of the Rings needs to be like, when you're talking from a filmmaking perspective.
Yeah.
I think like Lord of the Rings has to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know what it is. I loved how Half-Blood Prince was shot. Like, I thought just cinematography wise,
little wild ball there.
I know, and everyone's just like, this is the worst book or worst movie or whatever it is. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Which
movie.
one's Half-Blood Prince?
I think the one before the last.
Is that the
split?
one with the pink girl?
How many books are in there?
8, 7.
It's wherever Dumbledore dies.
8 movies, 7 books.
Right?
Dumbledore dies.
Yeah.
That was a very dark film.
It was.
Like,
I just thought
like shot like color wise.
Yeah.
Color palette.
It was
so
different
dark
than the other movies, and I thought it was very good.
Yeah, I think it. Obviously, the books get darker as they go on, so you kind of see that in the look at the first movie.
It's just
how
warm.
It's so warm. And the last movie's
everything's just green
ice
and
cold
and miserable.
Yeah, I think it's effective though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel like.
But I think that's part of it, is like movies you can respect. So it's movies you can binge, movies that you had a connection to, and then movies that you can respect is like, I can understand why this is heralded as like one of the greatest movies of all time, regardless if you actually enjoy it or not.
IMDb says that, the audience says that Shawshank Redemption is the greatest movie
And see,
of all time.
I adamantly disagree with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. It's a fine movie, don't get me wrong, but like,
it's a great movie.
It's a great movie, but that is one movie where like, if I never saw Shawshank again, I would be completely fine.
I don't have it in my top 10, but I respect it.
Yeah, but that's what I mean is I respect it. I still don't think it's anywhere near Godfather.
Godfather's number 2.
I don't think it's anywhere near like, I mean, you could start rattling off like Forrest Gump. I would probably take and I know I'm gonna get some flack for this, but I would take several musicals over Shawshank Redemption.
Oh wow, I did not expect you to say that.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say Forrest Gump over Shawshank.
I absolutely would take Forrest Gump over Shawshank.
Musicals,
or musicals.
What musicals?
So I would take probably Sound of Music. I would probably, and granted, it's been a while since I saw it, so who knows. I would still take Singing in the Rain. It was like my all-time favorite musical.
Wow.
Honestly, dude, like, you know what another movie that I would always binge? Mask of Zorro.
Really?
Yeah, whenever they kind of did that reboot and Antonio Banderas came in, I was like, man, what a cool, again, very, very cool.
There's just so many things like in your childhood. I miss this. Like, you get a game or you see like a movie or TV show that's like totally mid. Like, it's not good by any stretch.
Yep.
But you just love it.
Yeah.
Because maybe that's like the only one you had, or like, I remember I bought the B movie at Rite Aid with my own money.
Jerry Springer. Right?
Yeah, it was like
Jerry Springer, Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry
Springer.
Springer. You know, Jerry Springer was like a mayor of Cleveland or something.
He's in plenty of movies too. Yeah. Anyway,
so the B movie was always sitting in the case at Rite Aid, and for some reason I was like, dude, I want to watch this so bad. It was like before the time where like you went on the internet and looked up Rotten Tomatoes and shit, right?
Yeah.
It just looked cool.
Yep.
And I saw a trailer for it, so I bought it with my own money, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not a very good movie.
Yeah, I mean that's League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Very memed on though.
Yeah.
I feel like there's meme value. Like you should get a higher rating if you create memes.
That's your algorithm whenever you're talking, because like you were talking about like the top TV shows on IMDb.
Yeah,
and how you're upset with Planet Earth versus.
Well, I need to see Planet Earth.
Yeah.
So it's not on any streaming services. So I'm gonna call my boy, get me hooked up with that. But Planet Earth 2.
Yeah.
Is the greatest TV show of all time according to IMDb. The problem is, in second place is Breaking Bad.
Yep.
Okay? Which is actually the greatest TV show of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Earth 2 has like 1/10 the amount of votes as Breaking Bad. So there should be an algorithm that takes into account the popularity of a show versus the score.
Yeah.
To culminate in a final rating of some sorts. And I don't know what it would look like. Some sort of ratio, I guess.
Do you think that's fair to a planet? Like, so I have the Planet Earth movie. I assume isn't
it like a 5-part series?
Something like that, but it's like they put in like a Blu-ray or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that's fair? Like, I thought it was quite boring. I bought that.
Whoa!
I'm just
it's the best show of all time.
I bought the movie because it was like, oh, let's view this on my OLED. Oh, that's amazing in 4K.
Yeah,
it looks real nice.
Probably looks amazing.
But it was like,
wait, you have it?
Yeah, I could probably dig it out for you,
bro. Let's watch it.
It's very boring.
Okay,
but
do you have the original or the second?
I
one?
don't know. I can check.
Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I can play Blu-rays because I have a PS5.
Does PS5 do Blu-rays?
Well, if you buy the Blu-ray version.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
you're saying so. You
yeah,
put it on your
but it's like is that fair? Like the way it's shot and everything. Like it's like if you like this movie. So, for instance, if I don't like horror movies,
right?
So, like every horror movie ever made, I'm going to give a much lower score to, or just not watch it, even despite it being like a good movie. So, if a lot of people don't watch like Planet Earth 2, does that algorithm screw Planet Earth 2 because of just popularity? Does that mean that even though Planet Earth 2 is probably better shot, better produced, better music, better everything, but somehow like Game of Thrones gets ahead of it because it's like way more popular?
Right. Well, that's why it's a balance. You have to.
Oh yeah, it's easy to say. I
know. I'm just saying. I think rating matters a lot.
Yeah. Do you rate users?
What do you mean?
Do you rate users' opinions? So people that are educated within a certain field. So for instance, if you have a biologist go on and say, "Hey, I really like this Planet Earth," does their opinion get weighted more heavily than someone else?
No.
Okay.
It's your average TV watcher.
Yeah. So you realize that the only way to truly do this is to upload everyone's consciousness into a mainframe computer, and then you just like regardless of what people do, because you're always going to have the meme people, you're always going to have the people that you're just downvote stuff for whatever reason.
I am so curious why people do that.
To downvote it?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, look at CD Projekt Red. They tanked The Witcher because Cyberpunk was put out incorrectly.
Oh.
So they'll just do it
there's just some people, like you have a puppy video on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just downvote it.
Maybe
it could be an accident.
Maybe their parents got murdered by a puppy.
Or a dog
possible. Or something. And it's like they hate all dogs.
Then why are they looking at puppy videos?
I mean, who knows?
They clicked on the video. Tyler, they clicked on.
Maybe they were looking like, hey, how do I
Careful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Careful now.
I don't know. Yeah,
I saw the thought process go, and I was like, oh, that's Cancelville over there.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, if they're looking up, like, I don't know, how to poison a puppy or something.
Okay. Then, probably in line with what I was expecting.
Yeah, probably.
Less graphic.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've been watching The Sopranos, and it's a great show. Not as good as Breaking Bad. Still top 10 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Even with no algorithm, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic show, but there's something that struck me in one of the recent episodes that I just watched. There's a dream sequence Tony goes through, which might have been one of the best scenes I've ever seen in my life. definitely one of the best dream sequences I've ever seen. It was like so realistic in terms of like how we view dreams, where it's like it barely makes sense. So you know how you're in a dream and it's like what's going on.
Yeah.
But I talked about this before. If we were to zoom out on the dream, it'd be really choppy.
Yep.
And you're just suddenly here. Mm-hmm. You're not walking there. And then you're talking with these, and you're in a new environment, and like, so it does that so well.
Yeah.
And he's in like all these different places.
Now does he act confused?
No.
See, that's the key. A lot of the time, whenever TV shows or movies do like dreams, the person like quote unquote in the dream is like, how did I get here? Because they have to like telegraph that it's a dream. But really good dream sequences, the person, it just makes sense to them, and they're interacting with it like they normally would, but it is very choppy. It is very kind of like hazy and unclear.
It was so brilliantly done. I think you're exactly right. You hit it on the head. Hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
Hit the head on the nail.
Hit the head of the nail on the head.
You grabbed a hammer.
The face of it.
You put a nail a little bit into the wood.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a little bit.
And then you hit the head of it.
Yep.
And it went in even more.
Perfect.
So it starts, he wakes up in bed and you think he wakes up, and then he turns and there's a guy who recently died. Mm-hmm. He's like, holy fuck. And he gets out and you're like, okay, it's a dream. So he's talking to him. And then he's in a car, which is a reoccurring dream we've seen throughout the show.
Yeah.
It was at the point where I was like going on YouTube, like, what did this dream mean? Like, there's so much like meaning and subtlety in this dream. And then, but it gets to the point where like, all of a sudden he's at a restaurant and he's talking with like his family and stuff. And I'm like, wait, are we still in the dream? Or are we like, it was so wild. And it was like a 10-minute scene of just place to place, all this stuff. I mean, like, obviously he's a mob boss, right? So he's got, the show focuses on like, a lot of the show is about him being in like therapy, which is really interesting. I did not expect it to go that route. Like, I knew that he was in therapy from what I knew from the show, but it's throughout like pretty much the entire show.
That's like, I didn't even know that.
Right.
I know nothing about the show at all.
So he's kind of dealing with these internal demons that he has, obviously, from having such a fucked up life.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. He like, he's like trying to convince himself that he's okay, but clearly he's not. So I don't know. This dream was like, it ended in such a good place too, where it's like he's talking to his high school football coach and there's like a huge traumatic like experience he obviously had with that and shit. And he's like, oh my God, it was so good.
The only other TV show that I thought had a very, very incredible dream, and this was multiple times, but House did a very, very good job with dream sequences.
Okay.
And they do it slightly different each time, where like one of it was House was convinced, he's like, okay, I'm in a dream. And it might have been a dream coma, something like, but he was just like, I know it. And like, it was such a weird, because he was interacting with people and things were just off. And it was done so significantly well. And I think the end of the one dream sequence, he's like, well, I have to kill this guy. And then you're just like, okay, are you just like on, like, is that your drugs talking? Or like, so then it's like you were on the edge of your seat the entire time to like murder somebody to see if it like, does this wake me up? And then like, it took long enough that it was like, oh, you murdered somebody. And then like at the very end, it like he wakes up.
Wow.
But it was done beautifully, because it was like because you were convinced and then he was convinced of just like, oh, I screwed up. and then it kicks in. It was so good.
Yeah, I don't remember that one. I've seen House. I remember I used to watch it as a kid.
House gets off the rails a little bit. Like the first few seasons were very, very good, and they kept trying to mix it up, and they do the classic, like instead of every episode being its own thing, then it turns to just like the overarching story, which I think that's just where we are in a society now.
You have to give credit to episodic shows.
Yeah.
But like, and again, like I think Cowboy Bebop does this. One of the best shows to do it, where it's episodic. You can watch any episode of Cowboy Bebop and be totally fine. You get it start, middle, and end. Mm-hmm. But there's a subtle overarching arc,
continuity
of like these characters and them finding, kind of coming to terms with themselves.
Yeah.
What a fantastic show. That show is brilliant.
It's very good.
When Jet throws the pocket watch in the water, cried.
The worst thing about that show is Netflix canceled it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of Netflix.
Did you watch the live action?
I watched the first episode and I was like, I truly do not hate this.
Wow.
And then I was like, I'm not going to ruin it. And that was it. I watched the first episode. I was like, I thought this was a good cosplay version of Cowboy Bebop. We were watching Stranger Things, just to touch on that. I think it's actually not bad. It's fine.
Like I thought it was pretty popular.
It is. And I think it's popular just because Netflix is really driving that home.
Yeah.
But like right in the beginning, because like, with like all the shootings going on and stuff, like, which is obviously tragic and terrible. And they actually had to put like disclaimers on the beginning parts of those episodes because like this, I don't remember Stranger Things being this like violent and gory and like horror-esque. And it's funny because my nephew says this is his favorite show and he finished everything. Like he watched everything that's out. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, maybe like 2 months ago, we were talking about like, is Indiana Jones too scary? Meanwhile, this guy, like, people are literally getting just ripped apart in this show. And I'm just like, okay, well, does my sister and brother-in-law know you? Like, they have to because they watched it all.
Right.
And I was just like, if you watch this, go watch Indiana Jones.
Right.
At least the first three.
At least the first three.
Yeah.
The fourth.
I didn't mind the fourth.
Really?
Yeah, it was okay.
Better or worse than the Batman?
Oh. Okay, now here's the thing.
Okay.
And this is purely because I haven't seen Indiana Jones in a while. I would rather go watch Indiana Jones 4. Just because I want some Harrison Ford in my life right now.
Dude, when they did Aliens, I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Wasn't Aliens decent? Or no, I'm thinking, the Prometheus and stuff?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you're talking. I thought you meant Aliens the movie. I thought you were saying the reboot. You're talking. Yeah,
Crystal Skull's about like aliens.
I love Aliens. I think that's super cool.
Well, I don't know.
It's
I always liked it was
Jones,
like grounded in reality, like it's Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah. Well, they kind of did some reality-ish. But like, I like John Hurt. I like Shia LaBeouf. I like
Shia LaBeouf is probably the greatest actor.
Harrison Ford. Oh, well, let's not get crazy.
Why?
Tom Hanks is the greatest.
Holes?
Tom Hanks is the greatest actor.
Tom Hanks wasn't in Holes.
Tom Hanks is Geppetto in Pinocchio.
Is he really?
Yeah. Not sure.
Pinocchio's not that great.
Yeah, Pinocchio is.
It's old. It's
a little
pretty dated
weird
for me.
Yeah.
It is kind of scary.
Yeah.
I remember I was kind of scared of it as a kid.
Yep.
Pinocchio, man. Gets a little dark. The fox. You know what I'm saying? They're living in a whale. That was weird.
Yeah.
That was really weird.
Yeah.
Also, one of the worst levels on Kingdom Hearts. You had to fight in the whale.
It's weird that because they're doing the live action
Of what?
of Pinocchio.
Why?
Because why not?
There's a whiteboard room, the whiteboard room that we always refer to, and I don't know what they're doing.
But
they're smoking crack in there right now because they're like, guys, listen to this. Live action.
But you know how
Pinocchio.
But you know how like Lion King and Aladdin and like Aladdin, it's like here is like instead of Iago, it's literally like no, here's a bird. You know?
Does the bird talk?
No.
What?
You never saw live action?
No.
Aladdin?
I refuse to watch any
live action. The bird
live
does not
action.
talk, and it turns into a guy like gigantic bird that tries to kill them. Instead of him turning into a snake, shooting him off into Siberia or whatever it is. Like, I don't know.
So they remove one of the best characters from the movie.
Yep. I don't even think there's... I assume there's a Boo, but like, obviously he doesn't do anything.
Wait, it's just a monkey?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's live action. Like it was one of the worst movies.
So
I would rather watch the Batman than Aladdin.
Wait, so it's a monkey. So his sidekick, which is integral,
yeah,
to Aladdin, is just a monkey. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Abu doesn't really talk.
All that stuff. Jafar is extremely attractive. You have Will Smith as the genie. You have
Jafar
Jasmine.
wasn't ugly.
He was pretty ugly.
I think he could get by. You don't think Jafar's ever had sex before?
Maybe. I don't know.
He's had to have.
Sure.
Kind of, he's the Sultan's
advisor.
I assume. Little status.
I assume so.
So. Got the little chin thing going on.
Yeah.
Little pointy thing.
I think he is one of the. Well, I guess if you look at all the Disney villains, he might be.
Oh, he's up there in terms of hottest Disney villains.
Well, that's not crazy.
Gaston won.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Gaston is a handsome man. That's for sure.
Jafar. Yeah.
Why?
She gave me a thumbs down. He's ugly,
I'm talking
right?
just looks. I'm just talking looks, not psychopath.
Yeah,
not good.
Jafar is terrifying.
Well, who's his competition? You have Scar, who's a lion.
Yeah,
skinny.
Scar is. I would say Scar is more attractive than Jafar.
No way, dude. Lions are all about the meat.
Yeah,
and he's skinny.
Okay, but Jafar's.
It's like a status thing in the lion world. Like the healthier you are, you know what I mean? It means you eat better.
I think I would have a general. I think the general
Ursula?
population.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah,
she's horrific. Who else we got? Well, you know what? In Mulan, what's the dude?
Yeah,
he's cool.
He's like the buff version of Jafar.
Buff, yeah.
How did we get on this conversation?
It's a very important conversation about transparency, Tyler.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I'm going down the line here.
I don't
Mother
know.
Gothel is she's attractive.
I think Hades is more attractive than Jafar. Jafar is like this old, decrepit, like I don't know.
Not that old.
He's pretty old.
Like, do you remember whenever
he's like the little like old guy that like talks to Aladdin, gets him out of the prison cell and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
he comes in. I'm just saying, he looks old and gross and has like a terrible teeth, and it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's just bad. Anyway, what I'm saying is, the live action version of Pinocchio, somehow Jiminy Cricket is this like CGI'd like looks like Jiminy Cricket from the cartoon.
Okay.
And Pinocchio, the puppet, is legit Pinocchio. It's not like they just like redid the look of Pinocchio to be like, here's what a wooden toy would look like. It's just straight up Pinocchio. So like I don't understand what they're trying to do.
That kind of reminds me.
Like it looks like the Pinocchio cartoon. Like literally but in wood, obviously.
So it's like Who Framed Roger Rabbit, kind of. Space Jam.
Except not cartoon. It's not a cartoon. It's still a wooden puppet. What I'm saying is the model of the wooden puppet. It's not like they redesigned it to be like more like in world.
I see what you're saying. So it's a real puppet.
Yeah, but
it looks like a cartoon.
Yes.
So it's
like
not
the model
like Space
of it.
Jam.
Correct.
Maybe they should do it like Space Jam.
Maybe they should not do it.
Yeah.
Like I love Tom Hanks. You don't need Tom Hanks.
Tim Hanks is pretty good.
Man. Yeah.
All right, so we have Gaston.
Oh my goodness!
This needs to be a top 5.
Gaston's the hottest villain.
Well, what about the guy from Frozen?
Doesn't matter.
He's pretty attractive. He's top 5.
Gaston would destroy him.
Yes,
destroy him.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying in terms of attractiveness, he's up there.
Yeah, he's a quick number 2.
No, not number 2 because
Scar.
I don't think Scar is that attractive.
I'm trying to Scar is attractive. I'm saying Scar is more attractive than
what's his name? You know who I'm talking about? No, the guy in Frozen.
Oh, I don't know. I watched Frozen once.
Yeah, but you know who I'm talking about.
He's
right?
a prince, right?
Yeah, he's a prince
guy.
He's
Prince Raphael.
He's got orange hair, right?
Does he?
Yeah, right.
Okay, sure.
He's a redhead, isn't he? Or am I making this up? Maybe I'm making up the whole movie.
I have no idea. Let it go, man. All right. So what do you... Because it was the song.
You could have just been cool about it, but...
What else we got? I mean, we've been talking about movies for an hour.
All right, we got polls.
Okay.
We got polls. 3 fantastic polls this week. Might have been my best work ever.
They were very good. They were simple, and you didn't have a ton of choices. It was like... it's the divisive topics that we really wanted to dive into, I guess.
So the first poll I sent out is which army would win in a conflict.
What a great question.
I love which army would win. This is something I've wanted to do for a while, and now I have a platform to do it. You know what I mean? I have an audience.
Yeah.
To validate.
Do you ever play that army game where you can just put random armies against each other? So it's like, hey, can 100 archers take down 100 tigers?
Godzilla
or something. Or Godzilla.
Yeah. Great game.
Yeah. Don't know what the name of it is.
Not as good as Cookie Clicker, but close.
Oh, Cookie Clicker is pretty good.
Okay, so which army would win? I had the Covenant from Halo versus the Empire from Star Wars.
Yes.
Now, the research department has not texted me, so I'm going based off Twitter. And the Empire won.
Yeah.
With 71% of the vote.
Absolutely.
You think that's a good call?
1,000%.
Let's hear the thought process.
The Empire can destroy a planet with a button.
Yes.
But the Covenant has to go in and glass the planet, and you have to put all these ships down.
But do the Halo rings count? Because then we're talking about universe destruction.
If the Covenant had control of the Halo rings,
but that was their goal.
That was their goal. They didn't get it.
Well, the Master Chief doesn't exist in this theoretical battle, so I would say they have more control over.
Yeah, you know what? Tell you what. The Master Chief did not exist.
Well, which universe are we fighting in? Are we fighting in the Halo universe? Because the Halo rings. Did someone create the Halo rings, or how does that work?
Yeah, the Forerunners created the Halo.
The Forerunners created the Halo rings, so that you get it a little choppy here because it's like, okay, are we fighting within a new? You have to fight within a neutral universe. So I guess the Halo rings out there.
What they created,
right? Exactly.
So everything that the Covenant created, they get. Everything the Empire created, they get.
Which includes the Death Star.
Which includes several Death Stars.
Yeah, but the Covenant has all these huge flagships.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think a Covenant flagship is bigger than a Super Star Destroyer.
No, really?
I don't think so.
We need to get the research department on this.
Yeah.
Because that's an important
I would be very
question.
interested to see, but I don't think so.
I don't.
And I don't care how big. What I'm saying is, I don't care how big your ship is. The Star Destroyer, but the Death Star we're shooting out.
Dude, one guy in an X-Wing took down the Death Star. You don't think a couple of grunts could figure it out?
Grunts? No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Grunts have the precise amount of dumb luck.
Let me ask you
to find a plasma grenade down that little chute.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
You think Master Chief can beat Darth Vader?
No.
Okay. But the Master Chief can beat the Covenant. Okay. So, there you go.
What are you talking about? Do you think Darth Vader can beat an army of the Covenant?
Yes.
Are you out of your mind?
Yes.
Someone would get him. Someone would get him.
Dude,
there'd be an elite that stealths behind him and gets him with a sword.
Because
he's playing... Okay, so Darth Vader's on Legendary mode. We're assuming it's on the hardest difficulty.
Okay.
Because that's the true
Here's the thing, though.
test.
Darth Vader,
one sword to the back and Darth Vader's toast.
You don't even need that because he has the Force. He can literally hold his hand up, block everything, all the grenades
I'm talking
coming
behind
out.
him.
You're not getting... He's...
Well, okay.
Forward.
Halo 3.
He has the Force.
Halo 3, the blue ball that disables electronics.
Yeah.
So someone throws that at his
Good
feet.
thing he has a Force that
his respirator goes out. He can't breathe.
He can't put... No one will get anywhere close to him.
No, they just throw the ball out.
Force pushes his back.
He doesn't know what it is.
It doesn't matter.
He might think it's a helpful ball.
No way he thinks
he might think it's a Pokeball.
I don't believe that at all.
Where do Pokemon go when they get captured in the ball?
They shrink down and jump in the ball.
Oh, is that what you told me? Did we talk about this?
That's stupid.
Sure, you thought it was a different universe.
What do you mean?
What was your theory on it before you found out they shrunk down?
I thought the Pokeball shrunk Pokemon down.
Oh, what is the actual...
The Pokemon shrink down and go into the Pokeball.
Oh, so you were correct in your theory.
No, my theory was the Pokeball technology is what shrunk the Pokemon. You were basically shrinking the Pokemon and capturing it.
So what is it actually?
Apparently, the Pokemon shrink themselves and go into the Pokeball.
No, that's impossible. Because they would use that in combat if they were able to do that.
Look, man, I'm just going by what the stupid game told me.
It's not canon. Okay, anyways. What are a bunch of stormtroopers going to do against a bunch of brutes? That's all I'm saying.
Look, I'm not saying it's the stormtroopers.
You're saying that Darth Vader could solo the entire Covenant?
if Master Chief can solo the entire Covenant,
he can't solo the entire Covenant.
He can do a decent amount of.
He has a whole army. What are you talking about?
You drop Darth Vader.
If it was literally just Master Chief, he would not have won that war.
Sure,
other people did stuff.
Look, I know, and I'll give you that. But what I'm saying is, Master Chief played a crucial role.
Yeah.
That basically just won the game.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Darth Vader could do everything the Master Chief could, faster, better. You drop Darth Vader onto the Covenant's warship.
Yeah.
You think that warship isn't crashing into a planet?
That warship's fucking toast. Darth Vader's really OP.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying, like, Darth Vader can only be in one spot. So every other planet where there's battle going on, I think the Covenant just wipe the floor with the Empire.
Here's the thing.
First of all, stormtroopers can't hit the broadside of a barn. We've seen that time and time again.
Sure.
Whereas elites, brutes, are fucking jackals are snipers, dude. They don't miss.
Yeah.
It's the complete opposite. If you were to have the complete opposite of a stormtrooper, it would be a jackal on legendary.
Yeah.
Just hit you from 5 miles away, headshot, perfect.
I'm just saying, like, Palpatine can electrocute.
He's too busy sitting in his chair, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying
he's way too busy sitting in his chair.
You have your electric force stuff.
Okay.
Takes out everyone's shields.
Yeah.
And now you just
what happens when a grunt throws the perfect sticky grenade?
One grunt is Darth Vader's best weapon. A grunt runs up with a needler and shoots, 25 needles?
Yeah.
He literally holds his hand up, turns the needles around, and just murders everybody.
I can just see a grunt sneaking up on one.
No. There's no way.
Just getting that perfect. It's happened to everyone who's ever played Halo. The grunts are supposed to be really easy, but there's that one fucking guy who just sneaks by you, gets a grenade on your shoe.
When every projectile fired at you can either be dissipated or turned around and thrown right back at people.
We're talking about 2 people in the grand scheme of the entire army of the Covenant.
That's how incapable of like doing anything.
All right, if you take the Sith out, Empire still wins?
The only reason why the Empire lost was because of Darth Vader.
Because he betrayed him.
And even then, he didn't really lose. They still kind of...
Wait, is that the only reason they lost? Because they won the space battle, so they would have blown up the Death Star anyways. Luke just would have died.
They kind of won the space battle.
They definitely won because they blew it up.
Yeah, but then...
Luke had nothing to do with that, or that battle within the Death Star had nothing to do with them blowing it up.
I guess.
They won on Endor?
I guess. I don't know.
Ewoks versus Covenant. Who wins?
Covenant. You kidding
me? But the Ewoks beat the Empire. Single-handedly.
No.
They did.
No.
Did you see the logs?
Yeah, I saw the logs. They all got captured.
What do you mean they all got captured?
They all got captured.
But then they broke out.
Yeah,
because they're OP. Dude, Ewoks are OP, dude.
No.
Those are the strongest logs in the universe.
Yeah. Hardwood trees.
Hardwood trees.
I assume Kashyyyk logs would be stronger.
Probably.
Yeah.
No, probably not. Wait, why? Isn't Kashyyyk a beach?
No, Kashyyyk is like...
Oh, yeah, they do have the treetops.
Yeah, I just feel like they're bigger trees. Anyway.
All right, the Empire wins that one.
Empire definitely wins that. I'm happy.
Should I move the Empire on and find a different army?
Yeah, pick another... I don't think there's an army the Empire doesn't win.
Oh, there's got to be. Let me think real quick.
Like you,
Reapers,
to be fair,
Empire beats the Reapers.
You should have put.
Does the Empire beat the Reapers?
No, the Reapers, and then honestly, even the Flood.
The Flood.
If the Flood got on like the ship or something and took me over that way, but the Covenant, I think, are.
What's Darth Vader going to do against the Flood? You think Darth Vader can solo the Flood? I think it'd be close.
I mean, what does solo the Flood mean?
What is the Flood going to do? Like, he's got a force field. He can protect himself.
Yeah.
They're never going to get to him.
And he could always cut the tentacles off the...
Can they even take him over? He's barely human as it is.
I assume so.
He's just human enough?
Yeah.
I mean, he's got like a respirator.
Yeah, maybe he's immune to them. Maybe
he might be.
Can't get through the armor.
Yeah, could they? Yeah.
I don't know.
Dude, Darth Vader.
Is Darth Vader's armor better than like a...
Mandalorian? No.
USMC trooper?
Yeah. What? Yes.
I don't know.
Well, this is an interesting question. Can it withstand bullets?
I don't know.
What about 40K? There might be some armies in Warhammer that...
No,
that
because
could,
40K, how many planets does it spawn?
What do you mean how many planets does it spawn?
How many planets does 40K span? Not spawn, span.
What do you mean? It's a whole universe.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, like, what I'm saying is, like, is it just infinite number of planets? Like, people are, like, just colonizing planet after planet after planet?
I think it's pretty expansive.
Okay.
Why?
Because if it's all located on, like, one planet...
No. It's
like, for instance, like, Runeterra. It's like, hey, here's a Death Star. Boom, Runeterra's gone. That's the end of League of Legends, you know?
would win against the
goodness.
Empire. Are you fucking out of your mind? Aurelian Sol is a huge celestial dragon that created the universe or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally, one of his moves is he creates a supernova and hits everyone.
I mean,
so in the scale of like the actual lore, he would literally just one shot the entire army.
Yeah, but can he survive a black hole?
Yes.
Really?
He's a god. Yeah. Okay. He just floats around in space and
all
shit.
Right. Well, if he can survive a black hole, I suppose.
I think he creates black holes.
That's the whole point. You have Sun Crusher that literally just collapses stars and just creates black holes to destroy things. In Star Wars.
Where?
In the I have the hold on, I have the book right here. I have it right here.
You mean the one that's not canon anymore?
Vision of the
wow, interesting.
Whatever. Vision of the future.
all right. Enough Empire talk.
All right. This is by the way,
yeah.
I got this out because I wanted to show you. This is Mara Jade. That's Luke Skywalker's wife.
Yeah, she's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Anyway. What's the
She's more attractive than Scar, I'll tell you.
I'll give you that, yeah.
All right. I'll think about whether I'm going to retire the Empire or we'll find a good match for them. The problem is with 40K, like I'm sure there's a bunch of armies of 40K that could give them a run for their money. I don't think enough people would know. I mean, the research probably would know, but maybe he can give us an essay in the in the comments about why they would win. All right. Poll number 2 is cake versus pie, which is better.
Yes.
Pie won 57% of the vote.
Awesome.
I like cake more though.
I know you do.
I guess is it so with the pie? Is it like more variety? What's the reasoning behind pie?
I think it's hard to have a bad pie, but it's easy to have a bad cake.
Really?
Yeah, I'm of the last time you had a bad pie?
I've had average pie.
Yeah, no, average pie for sure. But what I'm saying is I can remember...
I don't think I've had bad cake, though.
Oh, if
you buy like a store-bought cake...
Stale,
well, it's stale. I'm sure a pie can get stale.
Yeah, but if you just get a store-bought cake, like, it could be dry. It could be... Like, you can't have a dry pie.
Yeah. Well, it depends what you put in it.
Sure. If you make a sawdust pie, it gets a little...
Sometimes.
Yeah. But I don't know. Like, I think pie definitely has the variety. It's not like you can't have variety in cake, though. I just think that...
Yeah, you can do fruit in cake.
Yeah, but like pie...
It's doable. It's not as accepted.
Pies are not like super sweet. They have like a really kind of like good crust. I don't know. I love pie. I mean, there's a reason why we had pie at our wedding.
I'm not a huge fruit guy, so pie really gets put down the list.
So you would take cake over like Boston cream pies or Oreo cream and
chocolate cake is my favorite dessert.
Yeah. Now, if you put cheesecake in the cake category, I think people would start.
Oh yeah.
Kind of.
Why doesn't cheesecake count as a cake?
I think it can.
Yeah.
I personally would still take pie, but I love fruit pies.
It was close though. I mean, 43 to 57.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, Chelsea made pies for like the wedding, so it's like that was our shtick. Is like we weren't going to have a wedding cake.
I hate that, but yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good for you. No. Yeah, I had cake yesterday. My little brother graduated. Congratulations.
Yeah.
And I had cake, and I was like, I stand by my decision. Cake is better than pie. I just love cake.
I think if you have a really good cake,
versus a real good pie,
I would if it's like
I think the best cake will beat the best pie, though, right?
No,
really?
Yeah, I think if you have the best.
What's the best pie you ever had?
Apple pie,
but like homemade. Your mom?
No, well, so technically yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say that a
good apple pie does sound good.
Yeah,
warm. Cinnamony.
My mom makes a very good pecan pie,
but
I love pecan pie.
An amazing cake at like a fancy restaurant, unbelievable.
The best cake at a fancy restaurant, they do this apple caramel cake at the Central Diner, and that thing is incredible.
You love apple.
I love apple,
but only when it's in pastries and
usually,
yeah.
But
it did make the top 5 fruits.
Yeah, because it's versatile.
It is very versatile. It's the onion of fruits.
Apple flavored anything is typically pretty good.
Like onion on pizza is apple in the fruit
Yeah.
world.
Yep.
I would say. Just can go with anything. Can go on anything.
Yeah, I would say probably lemon in the fruit world is to onion. They're both not super great just by themselves, but when you
I
add
actually
them
like
to
lemons.
stuff,
I'll eat lemons.
okay. Well,
Like
free.
we had fish last week,
yeah.
like fish fry, and came with some lemons.
Yeah, but you ate something with the...
And I put the lemon sauce on it,
Mhm.
juice, not sauce, and then I ate the lemon because it's still a good lemon. I didn't want to just throw it out,
Yeah.
so I ate it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you don't do that with an onion.
I'll eat an onion.
Oh,
I'm growing onions.
okay.
All right, so pie one, whatever.
How is your garden doing?
It's good. So I sent you the picture. I cleared it all out. We planted everything. The lettuce is growing extremely well. It's about an inch tall now. So
That's crazy.
Already, yeah. I was not expecting. I knew the lettuce would do the best because where my garden is doesn't get as much sun as I need. But I am very surprised about how well it is doing. So I am very excited about that. I'm worried about my squash. Needs more sun, but we'll see.
Yeah. Did you try the mirror trick of the
on my
mirrors?
roof? Yeah. Actually, we're having a arborist come in, clean up some some tree limbs so we can get some more sun.
Nice. We've been looking at a lot of houses with a lot of trees in front. And I'm looking at it and it's like, yeah, this is $20,000 cheaper than the next house, but we're going to probably have to pay $10,000 and like
to cut down
removals.
trees.
Yeah.
It's so expensive.
Yeah.
All right, I do have one more pool.
All right.
If you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking, which activity is the worst, like ever?
Yep.
There's a couple others you could probably mention. I was thinking about, well, it's not really an activity, so yeah. Okay, so the ones Tyler kind of suggested to me, so we had cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah.
Deep cleaning the bathroom.
Deep clean, yeah.
I couldn't fit deep cleaning, so
that's fair.
Maybe that would have made a difference. Mowing the lawn, which nobody voted for, I was like really surprised.
It's kind of cathartic. Like you're getting those straight lines, listening to a podcast.
Why did you say mowing the lawn?
I was just trying to think of things that like people might not want to do. It's like
I would have put like washing the dishes on there before mowing the lawn.
Yeah, you could have put washing the dishes on there.
Why I asked you?
Okay,
because you seem pretty.
Poll. It's your voice.
You seem pretty miserable. Like what? Yeah. What are you doing?
What do I normally do?
Yeah,
I should have said like go to work or something. Yeah, it's just like
wake up for work.
Yeah, like that's a terrible activity.
I have playing League of Legends.
Yeah,
and of course watching the Batman.
Yeah,
as our fourth option. It was a highly contested battle, but deep cleaning the bathroom barely won with 50% of the vote, and a close second place watching the Batman with 37%, followed by playing League of Legends.
I think we're slowly, man. That's funny. I saw Jeff's little Twilight GIF.
Yeah, Jeff gave us a little Twilight GIF. He also gave us a little pie.
Oh,
pie GIF on the other one.
Was he pro pie then?
Yeah, of course. Arthur's mom with a bunch of pie.
I really want some pie right now, dude. I've been eating nothing but like sausage.
I'm gonna go home and eat a piece of cake because I got cake.
Nice. Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, deep cleaning the bathroom is horrific. It can also kill you if you're not smart about it.
Yeah.
So there's a danger component to that. Of course, the Batman can kill you from sheer boredom.
Yep.
So you have to you have to consider that when we're factoring on all of the.
The thing is, with the bathroom, you can do a deep clean, but you can still get it done faster than watching the Batman. So I feel like the chance of death is significantly less.
No, I totally agree with you. Like, I think if we got a doctor in here, he would say watching the Batman might be the most dangerous activity on that list.
Yeah, think about all, like, you have blood clots because you have to sit for so long, things like that.
Right. You die of dehydration.
Right.
Starvation.
Yep. Or your bladder bursts because you're trying to hold it because you don't want to miss any of the hot takes.
Sleep deprivation, we're starting to talk about at this point. Yep. If you can stay awake, so there's kind of a battle there. Yeah. So
there's a lot.
There is a lot of danger when it comes to watching the Batman.
Some people like that. I understand the draw.
No, I totally get it. Yeah,
the life risky. It's like equivalent of like jumping out of an airplane, right? Like people like the thrill of it.
Right. No, I totally understand.
Yeah.
It gets the adrenaline pumping, living life on the edge. But yeah, deep cleaning the bathroom. Now, I will say, deep cleaning the bathroom, when you're done, you have a sense of accomplishment. Like, your bathroom's nice.
That's true. Yeah.
When you watch The Batman, you lose 3 hours of your life that you'll never get back. So it's like kind of a give and take when you look at those two. But the audience spoke, and they think deep cleaning the bathroom's the worst. So
some similarities are like their toilets, right? Like, so it's like, hey, like. Anyway, I don't want to go down that path.
Yeah, no. But both is where shit's stored. So, like, you kind of have that comparison there.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, just think, like, another comparison you can draw is, like, League of Legends.
Yeah.
The Batman. Those kind of audience/player base. Which is more toxic? You know what I mean? It's close.
The thing is, there's so much going on in League of Legends that I don't, like, look at the chat as much as I probably should.
Yeah. You'll get there.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Once you start doing well, then you'll start chatting yourself.
I really, yeah. I enjoy playing Blitz a lot.
Yeah, so I think we in the front of Tyler's playing League of Legends. So we've had 2 sessions, which is more than I thought we'd get. Although I really am starting to doubt you finishing this challenge, but we'll see.
I'll do it. I have to get.
You originally said 3 nights a week.
I know I did,
and that's never.
Well, no. I said 3 nights a week. I might have said about League, but I was talking more on like streaming.
Oh, okay.
So like
perfect.
I do need to.
So like 1 night a week.
If one night is League of Legends, but like I want to be able to stream other stuff. It's just. V-Rising's real good, so I need to start streaming.
Just stream what you want, man.
I'm going to.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
Streaming whatever you want.
Yep.
If it's V-Rising, stream V-Rising.
I don't think V-Rising is very much fun to watch because we're not on a PvP.
It doesn't matter.
But,
I think at this point you should just do what you want.
Just do it. Yeah.
Unless that's not your goal. Like if your goal, I guess it depends. Like what you're trying to get out of this. Like if your goal is to.
I'm trying to get out millions of dollars. Like
okay, well then, you should not stream V-Rising.
Right,
exactly. You should stream something people will watch. But if you're just trying to like, hey, I want to stream, I want to have fun with it.
Yeah.
Just play what you want.
I have been watching a lot of Mario Strikers, which comes out, I think, this week.
Yeah.
Which I'm very excited to play that.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
I had Lego Soccer Mania. For PS2, little hidden gem that the audience might not be aware of. It's kind of like Mario Strikers, but it's worse. Mm-hmm. But I loved it as a kid. Another example of looking back on this game, when I was creating my list of all the games I've ever played.
Yeah,
I would look at some gameplay of each of the games. I was like, holy shit, this looks horrific. But I loved it as a kid. I thought it was so fun.
It's all that matters, right? Like it's just like as long as you
the
enjoy
fun
it
factor.
In a time and place.
Yeah. Right time, right place, right ball.
Yeah, I did. I think I told you this. Like, I bought Ruin King, so that's the other thing.
Super excited.
Is that like a streaming game though? Or is that like a lot of?
Yeah, I saw people.
I mean, I guess you could stream anything. Yeah,
I saw people streaming it.
Is between that or Sniper Elite 5?
I think. Yeah, I definitely think it's streaming because, like, if you think about it, like it's a game where. People want to see your reaction on things potentially, so like people who are like interested in League of Legends would I would watch that over V-Rising like easily.
Well, yeah, I mean,
but yeah, it's a fun game. I don't know.
How do you feel about so like the state of play happened?
Yeah,
did you take a look at like any of the announcements or anything like that?
So Street Fighter 6, looks really good. Never been a huge fighting game fan,
if you like Street Fighter, sure,
but. Something that I find myself, I kind of get caught in with the audience. So all these fans that have been waiting for this for so long.
Yeah. Bless you.
Oh, thanks. I kind of like am riding the wave of that. So I'm like, oh man, this is like exciting because everyone else is excited. Because I try to like mimic people's emotions because I'm not quite sure what that is. So, wait, what was I saying? Oh, Street Fighter 6.
Yeah.
It does look interesting. It looks good.
Yeah, it's like it's a different take. It's not just like, here's some fights. And I guess technically Mortal Kombat did that more or less.
Yeah.
Like their Crip stuff. But.
Yeah, like I guess more fighting games are doing this, but there's a hub world and kind of like walk around and interact. So that's cool.
Resident Evil 4?
Resident Evil 4 remake looks interesting.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the best ones ever made. When people talk about their favorite Resident Evil.
Yeah.
2 or 4.
The 2 remake was good enough that I'm like, yeah, I'll absolutely buy 4. Play that.
What happened to the third one? It was not good.
It was good. Like everyone said, it was fine.
Yeah.
But like
2 really like took the world by storm.
That's what I mean. Like, do you really? Well, it's because like it was
a shock,
really well done. Yeah, it's like, oh, this is like a remake. Like this is good.
Yeah.
Final
Fantasy 16.
I didn't see a thing about that. Does that look any like? Is it just more Final Fantasy?
Looks cool.
Yeah,
I'll play it.
Sure.
Looks epic.
Spider-Man's coming to PC.
Yep.
I'm
excited for that.
I'm a little
now that I have a PS5 and I can play it.
Yeah, right. Like I actually don't care about that.
Why?
Is that weird? So the problem with Spider-Man coming is like there was a lot of rumors that Returnal was coming.
Yeah.
I'd much rather because like I already played Spider-Man, so selfishly I don't care about Spider-Man. That's great that other people can play it. That's a good thing.
Right.
I really wanted to play Returnal. I was expecting.
Oh
that.
yeah, you've been talking about that for a long time.
Yeah. But
yeah. Other than that, I don't know. There's some VR stuff they're coming out with, which is interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can.
I'm sure most of that will end up coming to Oculus.
Probably.
Just because like you can't. That's the one thing is with VR. Like I'm sure there are titles that are only on PlayStation, only on PlayStation, but you can't segment those audiences that much because there's not a huge like there's a big market, but like not that big, where they can afford it to make it exclusive. You know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Other than that, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. Did you actually watch any of it? Like I just got the news after the fact. And
no. Yeah. I watched the IGN recap like. In 4 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Here's everything that happened. So
nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's time.
It's time? Let's do it.
Top 5 time.
Top 5. It's been a couple weeks since we did this.
It's been a couple weeks, but we have a great one today.
This is an impromptu, hey, what do you want to do to the top 5?
Yeah.
I threw a joke out there.
Kind of wish we did most handsome Disney villains, but different list, different day.
Yes.
Today we're doing top 5 live action. Speaking of live action, Batman movies.
Yeah.
So
we got a lot of flack.
On
certain things. So we're just gonna lay this to rest.
Lay it to rest. So the official list of what we are ranking comes from IMDb.
Yeah. The rules are live action.
Yep.
Full length movies.
Yeah.
So all the
length.
different cartoons and different things like that. Awesome. Mask of the Phantasm, fantastic.
Yep.
But those are not included here with just the live action.
Not live
stuff.
action.
Yep.
So according to IMDb, Batman live action movie lists. So a list of all Batman live action movies made since the character's creation in 1939 by Bob Kane, the GOAT.
Yes.
Some say.
Rest in peace.
He's not still alive?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe he is, in which case, keep it going. Good job.
Keep it going. All right, so we have Batman, which is the 1966 version, the one you're all thinking of.
Yes, with Adam West.
We have Batman, the 1989 version.
That most people are thinking of.
Michael Keaton, absolutely not. Batman Returns. We got Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Now, I want the audience to know IMDb live-action Batman list does not include the Batman. I swear to God, I'm on the app right now.
Yeah.
It's not me saying that. This is factual.
We'll put it on.
We'll add it as an addition.
Yeah.
Maybe put an asterisk next to it. I'm not sure yet, but I just want everyone to know it's not even included in the canon live-action Batman list, according to IMDb. And what do they know? Yep. Probably nothing, I guess. Just the largest database of movies.
I feel like they know a thing or two about films.
But we will include it for sake of argument.
Sure.
So, how do you want to do this? Just go down, just talk about how we feel about each one, and
yeah, I mean, unless you just immediately want to knock some things off the list, because like it's a shorter list, right?
Yeah.
So we're only cutting 4 of these.
We're only cutting 4.
So yeah,
there will be more on than off.
Yes.
So I want to start with Batman, the 1966.
Yeah, the one that neither of us have seen.
No, I think you're not giving it enough credit.
Okay.
So it got a 6.5 on IMDb, which is not bad.
A 6.5?
Yeah.
Is that the lowest rated Batman movie?
No.
I bet that's the lowest rated Batman movie.
Cheeseburger?
6.5?
Yeah, Cheeseburger.
How badly did Batman? No, I'm not going to shake your hand. You're looking at the list, but how badly is Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin is a 3.7.
Okay.
Batman Forever is a 5.4.
Oh.
So it is not only not the worst, it is
third worst.
Third worst.
Okay.
But let me just give you the synopsis just to kind of wet your chops here a little bit.
Hit me with that.
All right. So, oh wow, there's a lot of stuff here. Let me go back. The dynamic duo, classic.
Yeah.
Okay, like the best duo of all time.
You don't see them again until much later.
Faces four, not one.
Yeah.
Not two. Not even three.
Quattro.
We're talking 4 supervillains who plan to hold the world for ransom. Okay?
Yeah.
We're talking about the highest stakes possible. The entire world. Ransom. We're not even talking about destruction. We're talking ransom.
Do you consider Penguin a supervillain?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to kind of throw that one out there, but go on.
They plan to hold the world for ransom with the help of a secret invention that instantly dehydrates people.
Yeah.
That's kind of badass.
Yeah, and like other movies stole that.
Exactly. It's the OG.
Look, you're making a good argument.
So it's the Joker, the Penguin, the Riddler, and Catwoman combined as a team. Like this is Avengers before Avengers was even conceived. You understand? This was the crossover that no one even expected.
But like the villain version.
Yeah, which makes it even more like, I'd take this over Thanos. I'll tell you that right now.
No, you don't. No, you do not. Get out of here.
So I think it really needs to be in the conversation.
Can you imagine going back in time and showing people like the CGI of today of like, hey, this is Thanos? Like they would lose their minds.
Yeah.
Like they would believe it. It's like, oh, this is an alien. This is real. Because it doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like there's no comprehension of like, oh, this can't be a real thing. That would be insane to go back and just screw it.
When are we talking? How far back are we going?
You could go back just to that. What was that? 60?
I think they'd be more
65?
impressed with like the actual technology,
the iPhone?
like computers. Yeah, iPhones. Yeah,
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
like,
the internet.
That's wild.
Sure. Yeah.
Batman. Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They'd be impressed with that.
Do you think this actually goes on the list?
No.
Oh, okay.
All right. What about 1989 Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people have a lot of love for this.
It's like
movie.
People consider this the OG, which it's not.
But it's the one that kicked it off. Yeah, because like that's when you get the like the theme.
Yep.
Which I liked because that was like, oh, okay, cool. Like that's matching animated series, and Batman had a brand, right? So it's the same bat symbol. It's the same as with the yellow, and like it was like, okay, you really had kind of a good, I don't know, like look of Batman. Michael Keaton, I'm growing on Michael Keaton.
He's up there in terms of my favorite Batmans.
Yeah. That's actually my favorite Batmobile.
Really?
From Batman, yeah.
All right.
I liked it because there wasn't, as the movies went on, as the Batmobile would be like flying around and doing jumps and things like that, the fins on the back would start wobbling. This one are like solid. It looked like a tank. And it's the closest one. Like it shared a lot with the animated series.
Okay.
Like just from the look of it and like it was a really dark movie.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson was very good as the Joker. I mean, he set the bar very high.
Yeah, great Joker, great Batman.
It was like it skated the line between comic book, but a really messed up comic book.
It was very you could see there's a lot of influence from the comics.
I liked it. I thought it was good. I think that should be
I think it's
on the list.
I think it's on the list. Let's put it on the list.
I'm into it.
All right, let's move down to Batman Returns.
I've seen Batman Returns more than Batman.
Why?
I don't know.
I haven't seen either of these in such a long time.
It's a perfect...
So I'm trying to remember what the hell happens. This is Penguin,
That's the Penguin,
right?
yeah. Like, does the Penguin...
Ugh, he's so creepy.
The look is good, but like, does the Penguin warrant a I'm the main villain of the movie. No.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Although the Penguin and the Batman, pretty good.
Yeah. We'll get there.
I don't think it's as good as Batman.
No, and it honestly grossed me out more than not, and it became a little silly. So like everything's like, oh, I have this big like this, or like penguins are like carrying his body. And like, I have, like it's just like it's silly, and he has the rubber ducky and all that stuff.
Yeah, but we're talking. I mean, silly. We're gonna get to some silliness.
No, absolutely, but there's a line, right? So like it's silly, but it's like bizarre silly. Like it's very gothic. It's very weird looking. I do like the idea of like Michael Keaton reprising his role.
Right.
But yeah,
so you're scrapping it, or maybe
I personally would scrap it just because it grossed me out more than it made me enjoy it.
Yeah, I don't remember much about this one, which probably means it wasn't that great. I do remember the Penguin being weird.
Penguin was super weird. Yeah. He like had an umbrella that he like attached to like Catwoman's throat and like sent her flying away. Like it was
little
bizarre,
Mary Poppins vibes. Yeah, it was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyways, Batman Forever.
I love Batman Forever.
Wow.
All right.
Is this your episode 1?
Oh man. Yeah, actually maybe. So Batman Forever
oh my God. I'm
just
reminiscing.
This is when they crossed that line. And they're like, "Oh, we're just going to be wacky."
I will say Jim Carrey is the Riddler.
Jim Carrey
is pretty fantastic.
Nuts. Yeah. And when you look at his transformation, he has 3 different personas. He's literally like he's doing like nerdy Jim Carrey.
Yep.
He's doing like cool suave Jim Carrey. He's doing psychotic Jim Carrey.
Yep.
He's doing crazy Jim Carrey whenever he's like gets defeated and stuff. You have Two-Face, right? So like is that my favorite Two-Face in the world? No, but does he play it well? Yes. And apparently they didn't even like each other on the set. This is another great thing is like Robin is coming back, so you get a new take on Robin, this cool dude that can do his laundry better than anyone else.
All right. Yeah.
I will say that in all these movies, you do have Alfred, a very, very good Alfred, like the standard, just kind of, how can you not like that Alfred?
Great Alfred.
I think it was a pretty cool, like, you want to talk about...
Is Poison Ivy in this?
No, that's Batman and Robin. We'll get there.
Oh, okay.
But if you want to talk about, like villain, like super plan or whatever, literally it's, we're going to steal everyone's thoughts and minds and bank account numbers and passwords, and they just have unlimited knowledge from, like, TV.
Right.
Which I think is, that's awesome.
Not as good as, like, dehydrating people, but it's pretty close.
It's pretty good. It's like a master plan. The fact they can do that is
that's impressive.
Pretty good. Val Kilmer, I thought was fine.
Riddler a little bit underrated. You know what I mean? Maybe him, Doomsday. Same conversation.
Look, no, I mean, theoretically, if you did Riddler, I think if you do Riddler right, then
I'll tell you this: I like this Riddler better than the Batman. Like, actually,
I legit do
like
too.
Actually,
yes.
Like, I'm actually being serious.
Sure.
I'm not even memeing.
Again, we'll get there, but yes,
I'm not even memeing. I always see the Riddler as like a goofy, but gets serious when he needs to.
He's goofy, but it still is like he's doing these crimes. He's still putting the thing together.
Right.
And I liked the thing with Batman Forever.
And I love the green over the top question mark outfit.
Yeah. And I prefer the suit personally. Like, I prefer the suit and the cap and like the mask and everything, but I get where they were coming from. My thing with the Riddler, and granted, I was a kid. Yeah, he's ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous.
Don't kill him. If you do that, he won't learn nothing. The thing was
quotable.
It's very quotable. Holy quotable. Rusted metal, Batman. What? It's rusted metal and full of holes. Like,
okay, Robin's
it's like
not
they throw back. Like, no, it's funny.
Robin, this is not the best version of Robin.
No, look, Chris O'Donnell. What else has he really done? Like,
no. There's a reason for
I
that.
thought he was pretty cool. I think he.
I would not say cool, but
as a kid watching Batman Forever when it came out, he was pretty cool. I ate more Taco Bell trying to win a Batmobile that I was never eligible for in that stretch. But the end thing with the Riddler is they took all the different riddles, put them together, and it's like, aha, it's a master plan. Mr. Enigma. It's like, as a kid, your mind was like blown. You're just like, oh my goodness, the Batman's amazing. The riddles were good
in the Batman, though, right?
Kind of, but the riddles weren't that great. Like, I don't know. Like,
riddles might be better in this.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I like it a lot.
You want it in.
I want it in.
Can we just put it as a maybe right now?
Put it as a maybe. That's fine. All right. Let me put it this way. This is better than the next one of Batman and Robin.
I was going to say, we're getting to the heavy hitter now. Batman and Robin taught me what a pun is.
Sure.
And that's invaluable.
It's important, but Poison Ivy was bad. Everything, like, Batman pulls out his Batmaster card.
Yep.
Him and Robin are ice skating. They have ice skates built into their suit.
I'm just going through the screenshots.
They have bat nipples.
I'm throwing up.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think Mr. Freeze as Arnold Schwarzenegger was an inspired choice. But, like, Bane was bad. Like, very, very bad. Bane was in it. And like I said, Poison Ivy was just terrible.
Right.
Nothing about this was bad. The whole premise was like, oh, Alfred's dying.
Right.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Like, this is straight out of George Clooney's mouth of like, they paid me a lot of money to do this. And it was awful.
It was like a 6-year-old.
Alicia Silverstone was in it. I guess Batgirl was in it.
Was like, let me make a Batman movie.
Yeah. It was, but nothing.
And that 6-year-old was really excited.
Like, you have the punny memes of Mr. Freeze, but that is
fantastic.
That is it.
Fantastic memes.
Yeah. No, I'm all for Mr. Freeze, but I think Batman Forever has a lot more going for it. Again, I'm not saying it's very good. I'm just saying that if you look at
Batman and Robin is definitively worse than Batman Forever. I think that's easy to point out.
Yeah.
So we're not going to put it on, unfortunately.
I would not put it on.
It's there needs to be a special place for.
I feel like you're breaking these into segments, right? So it's like, okay, you have your Keaton Batman, and we picked one.
Yep.
Not that we have to do it this way, but then you have like the goofy Batman. We picked one. We're fighting for
a maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
now we get into the
Nolan's movies.
So Batman Begins.
Yeah. This is a fantastic Batman movie.
Yeah.
This has to be on the list. Period.
I watched this after I watched the Batman.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe I'm not remembering things correctly.
Yes.
I was remembering things correctly.
Yes.
The pacing in this movie, fantastic.
Yep.
Such a great origin.
Yep. And it showed Bruce Wayne very in a good, like, he was a good Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
One thing that I was saying is I didn't really like Christian Bale in that role.
Right.
Going back and watching Batman Begins reignited that, like, oh no, he was a good Batman.
He was good.
Like, he was good. Like, he
I think
the part. He played a good Bruce Wayne, Batman, everything. Like, it was.
I think as it went on, I didn't like him as much. Yeah, but I think I liked him in the first one the best. In Batman Begins,
it was a great start, and it was a great way to, like, oh, Scarecrow's the main villain, and I put Scarecrow on the same level as like a penguin almost, just normally.
I think he's a little more interesting, but yeah,
I think so too. But they did him very, very well, and the story made more sense. And like you said, the pacing, the locations, like, it was jumping around, but it was it was
felt
solid.
like a lot was happening.
The fights, like the fighting was real. Like every little piece, like you saw him build everything from a realistic way of like, I guess we're gonna have to buy 10,000 helmets so we don't draw suspicion, but okay.
Yeah, no Bat credit cards, probably a plus.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a really great film, and I want to put it on the list.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Batman Begins is on the list. Now we get to The Dark Knight.
Yes.
Probably the most overrated movie I've ever seen. I don't think it really does anything well. So you look at Batman and Robin, and you get laughter out of it. And this one, you're just something. Like, what's really happening?
Everything's just so serious.
Why so serious? You might have to ask yourself.
And like it's like they're self-aware, but just because you're self-aware and then quote that doesn't make it better. You know what I mean?
Apparently, like, everyone who likes the Batman's argument is like, well, without Heath Ledger,
yeah,
it's not good. I was like, yeah, without Tom Brady, the Patriots weren't that good, I guess.
Here's the thing, and now that we have to go back and be serious, because I think people are like, wait, what?
No.
The Dark Knight, yes, a lot of it is Heath Ledger.
Yep.
But when you have a performance that overtakes Nicholson, that is I would say the most quoted movie at this point, it has to be. Why so serious and want to know how I got these scars has to be it's up there. It's up there. Recent, like, since it's come out, it's been said it has to be more than any of the Mr. Freeze puns or anything like that.
Oh, we're talking just Batman, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking Batman.
I'm not talking every movie.
No. Out of the Batman movies,
yes,
his quotes and his thing, like, want to see a magic trick.
Yep.
Like, it was
Yep.
just spectacularly phenomenal. Like, and not just that, because then, like, again, when you're looking at the story, he has his own agenda and he's an important part. But then you have everything with a much better Two-Face, more believable, more like a better acting. People are like dying. Like, there's a lot going on in that movie that you don't maybe remember because Heath Ledger does overshadow it. But like, it's so good. It's just too good. This is
a movie that transcends comic book movies.
Yeah.
It's not even like, oh, it's a good Batman movie. It's like, this is a fantastic movie.
Yep.
Like
a fantastic opening. Just it was,
what a memorable opening.
It showed that he was still like thoughtful. Like he had like an agenda. Like I don't know. Like it was. And we've talked about this plenty, so we don't have to go into too much detail. But obviously, this is on the list. Like, it's
fantastic. All right, The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
I didn't like this as much. It's my least favorite out of the three.
Mine too. My nephew said it might actually be his favorite because he really likes Bane. I think this is a better Bane.
It's rated higher than Batman Begins on IMDb.
Yeah,
which surprises me.
Yep.
I hated Bane.
Yes, but I really like Tom Hardy. My like of Tom Hardy overshadowed my hatred of how they created that character.
So I wish it was just a different character.
Yeah.
Pick someone else, because, like, I don't know. I guess it's kind of annoying when people are like, oh, well, that's not like the comics, which is fair.
Yeah.
But that's like so completely not even close. To the comics. Yeah, it's just like, it's a completely different character in my opinion.
I think Nolan was just trying to tie it all together.
I agree. I think you can just pick a better villain than that. Like, Bane is not, like, we talk about Scarecrow and Penguin.
Yeah.
Bane's in the same tier. He's always
No. So Bane was the one that, like, deduced Batman's identity and then broke everyone out of prison to wear him down, and then he just walked into Wayne Manor and broke his back. Like, Bane is, I would say,
Bane's pretty
like his like most dangerous thing. So I thought that's what they were going with.
That's
is
true.
Like,
everything I think about with the Batman is animated series.
No, that's fair.
And he's just kind of a meathead in that. But you're right. Yeah, if we're looking at true comic books, he's like very smart.
But the thing is, too, the reason why I didn't like the Bane on this is because eventually it just turned into like, oh, he's like Talia's puppet thing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just, like, the Venom's like his whole thing too.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know.
Well, you gotta make it a little bit more real, I guess. I don't know. I feel like that'd be too easy.
Get The Rock.
Dude, he's in Black Adam, and I just don't care.
Me neither.
I don't care. You can't not see The Rock, and it's just like, I don't need you here right now.
Point, yeah. A great guy.
Sure.
But yeah, just
less than zero.
Him
interest.
And like Kevin Hart, it's like,
nah.
It's the same movie.
Even in the same movie, it was just I like both of you, and this is terrible. That's why I like watching.
I like watching their interviews more than their movies.
Yes. Yep.
I would rather just watch compilations of their interviews.
The best part about those were when Ryan Reynolds walked in.
Yeah.
And started talking on, like, what is it? Fantastic. Was it Hobbs and Shaw, I think?
Yeah.
That's way more fun.
More interesting.
Like, yeah. Anyway.
So The Dark Knight Rises, I guess you'll want it on.
No. How many do we have on?
Created a lot of memes, like the whole Comedy Central skits.
Yeah. I would prefer Batman Forever.
Over The Dark Knight. Well, we have one more to talk about, which is...
We do.
which is well, how many do we have on? We have The Dark Knight on, Batman Begins on, that's 2.
Yep.
We have Batman on, that's 3.
Yep.
So you would rather Batman Forever?
Yes.
All right, fuck it. Fine.
So that's 4.
That's 4.
We have this,
that is shocking
and then,
to me
and then
that
we have
you want
this.
Batman Forever
Yeah.
over The Dark Knight Rises.
Well, this goes back to time, place.
This is your episode 1. This is your episode. Star Wars
no, because I genuinely
it is.
no, because I genuinely think that episode. I love episode 1.
Episode 1 is not a good movie.
I still think it's a great movie.
It's not a good movie.
I am acknowledging that Batman Forever is not a good movie. It has some
cool parts in it, but it's not a good movie.
It's a good movie.
Dude, they talk about trade routes.
What? Okay, I'm sorry. Be an adult.
You were a kid. The whole point was you were a kid, and you're like,
exactly.
I love this.
I was a kid, and I was enthralled. That says something. And now it ages with me. And now that I'm an older person,
unbearable in that movie.
And now that I'm an older person, now I'm understanding how important the trade routes were.
How do you watch Jar Jar and not absolutely just cringe your face off?
Yeah, he's cringe.
It's awful.
Sure.
It's unwatchable.
I think Jabba the Hutt's cringe.
What are you talking about? He's like a mob boss.
It's still cringe.
How is it cringe?
The whole, I don't know. There's the way he talks, the way he's acted and moving and stuff. It's just all like
he's like very deliberate, and yeah, it's supposed to be gross.
Yeah.
Is Jar Jar supposed to be stupid?
Yes.
Well, that's
literally his one thing.
No, Jar Jar's supposed to be funny.
Funny and stupid.
No. The goal is humor.
Sure.
The result is stupidity.
Stupid humor.
No. It's not funny.
He took out a whole droid army.
Jar Jar makes you laugh. Does he make you laugh?
It's funny.
If they went Darth Jar Jar, 10 out of 10.
They could.
He didn't commit. He listened to the audience.
He's still kicking somewhere.
He listened to the audience.
What's a Gungan lifespan? He might be
600
still alive,
years.
Right? Or no. They actually killed him, I think.
Who?
Jar Jar.
Like in the canon?
I think so. I think they did.
Right, we're way off.
Yeah,
we're way off.
Right.
The Batman.
The Batman.
Most recent Batman live action movie to come out. We both saw it.
Yeah. We put a lot of jokes out there.
Yeah.
I think the Batman, I think Robert Pattinson's very good.
I think he's okay. This is just a me thing. Like, I totally admit it's a me thing, but he's so, and it's a different take on Batman. I get it. And he's young, and I understand.
Sure.
I just didn't like it. It wasn't for me. I'm not saying it's bad. It just wasn't for me. He was like super goth. I don't know. I like the Bruce Wayne that's like super charismatic, like when he's out. And
yeah, but like none of the Bruce Waynes were like that except Nolan. Like when you're looking at it, like
animated series.
Well, sure.
Just saying.
Yes.
And the comics, isn't he charismatic in the comics?
Yeah,
or no?
Yeah. I'm talking about just these movies, like just our top 5. When you're looking,
it's a good point. I guess
Keaton is not charismatic.
But I don't know. I think in the Batman, Bruce Wayne is significantly less than every other one.
It's the most humdrum, sad. Every single person in that movie is depressed.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just a more realistic take on Gotham. Like, I'd be depressed if I lived in Gotham. It's the worst city literally ever created.
So, like, I can get behind that.
Yeah, no, I got it. But he does a good job. It's just not my favorite.
I like his Batman. I don't like his Bruce Wayne. I
don't like his Bruce Wayne. I will say his Batman's pretty good. So the things I really like about the Batman, I think the fights are incredible.
Yep.
The fight scenes are really awesome.
Like the costume a ton. That is my favorite Batman costume.
Yeah, going back and looking at the Nolan trilogy, I was like, okay, I'm starting to see like this is the next evolution.
Yeah, Batman Begins costume looks pretty comical compared to it.
Might be my favorite Batmobile, actually. Gritty, more realistic. Like it kind of looks like an older muscle car mixed with a tank.
I still like.
You like the classic
Keaton's Batman, but yeah,
I get
it's
that.
Close second.
I know that like Nolan's vehicle was like actually a tank.
Yeah,
which I don't really like. I like a little sleeker, but I like this because it's like he's starting out. Like you can tell it's like he's putting this together. It's like makeshift. It's not like that nice fancy Batmobile yet, but it's just super sick. I actually really like that scene where they're chasing each other.
I think the main thing with the Batman, which doesn't put it higher, is I did not care for the Riddler.
Me neither. I seriously like Jim Carrey's Riddler better.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I'm not saying I like Jim Carrey's Riddler per se, but I liked it more.
I wonder what the best version of the Riddler is.
If you took Jim Carrey again and he reprised his role, but like
modernized it,
do it like current state Jim Carrey, I think it would have been phenomenal.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think you need Jim Carrey back. Yeah. That would have been the play.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, I don't know. The Riddler was like, well, it was just a very grounded, more gritty, realistic take on Batman.
I think they wasted Alfred. I think you could have had Andy
Alfred
Serkis
wasn't great.
Been,
I don't think
he could have been, but Andy Serkis might be my least favorite Alfred.
Wow.
And I love Andy Serkis. I just think that
I will
they did
say
not
this
use
is
him.
probably the best Penguin though. Penguin was great.
Yeah, Penguin was fantastic.
Fantastic Penguin. I like the whole mob part of this. I thought it was really well done.
I do too. I didn't like again with the casting. There are certain characters. So
did you like Catwoman?
Yeah, I thought Catwoman was pretty good.
She was.
I thought Catwoman was very
good.
Catwoman. She was better than Anne Hathaway.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it
not a high bar, dude.
Yeah,
she was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just such a down movie. I guess that's Batman though, right? I guess it's always
it was very grounded in the time and place and location and different things like that, which is fine. I just think that it ran long. I didn't like
the pacing was and the locations. It was I don't know, but there wasn't any contrast. It was all dark.
Yeah,
no, except when they blind you with like light sequences where your retinas burn.
Yeah, I just think that overall it's like the plot, the plan, it's like
flood the city. Yeah, it's not the worst though.
Sure. It's like what are you trying to accomplish? Like I guess at the end of the day,
yeah,
it's just like
I think the Riddler
kind of sympathetic, but not really, and
kind of. I was following him.
Like, did you see the Joker?
And then I was
outtakes?
like, "What?"
Do you see the Joker outtake from the movie?
No,
where they had the Joker and he was real messed up. Yeah, they took it out of the movie, which is good because I don't think it belonged in the movie.
Right,
mainly because it would have added even more time. But the Joker would be interesting to watch, but like,
it would be really interesting
to,
if they did like a Mark Hamill Joker.
Yeah,
just to completely contrast the whole aesthetic and tone of the movie.
Have you watched?
Where it's like everyone's super gritty, and then the Joker's just like trying to have a good time with punching bag gags and stuff.
Have you watched Mark Hamill in The Flash? Like, have you seen him? I think he's like not the toy. Was he the toy maker? He was he was some villain in The Flash, and he basically did his Joker voice, but it was Mark Hamill. It was like live action Mark Hamill. It's not that great.
Oh, I thought you were about to say it's
no. Like it's cool and like the nostalgia in me is like, oh, that's how maybe the Joker would have been if he played it. But it's like
Mark Hamill is my favorite Joker.
Mine too, but behind the cartoon.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but in terms of live action,
I still think Robin Williams would have been an amazing Riddler.
Robin Williams,
he wanted to.
Wow,
wanted to be in the Batman.
That would
movie.
be interesting. I wouldn't discredit it. He's pretty good.
But like I don't want a serial killer like Zodiac Riddler. I want like extremely brainy, high level it's like this was more like Saw.
Yeah, he like breaks in, like beats some guy to death.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this is not the Riddler.
No, I
in my view.
Right.
I view the Riddler as like behind the scenes, setting everything up, puppet master, right?
Yep. Or do the entire thing as a red herring where it's like they're catching different people and stuff like that. And at the end, you find out that everything that Batman was putting away and doing, and like maybe you don't even have a villain. That would be insane. Is if Batman was like taking down like mob bosses and stuff. Yeah. And at the very end, over everything, you find out at the end of the movie, Riddler was pulling all the strings. And then that's
exactly what he wanted.
Up.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That'd
it's
be
like
great.
He's just one step ahead of Batman the entire time, not Batman just goes in, pummels him, and that's it.
Yeah, it seemed, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Anyways, do you want it on the list? We have one spot.
So here's the thing.
It's either this or The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
Because you have...
because I fight for Batman Forever.
Wow.
For me, I would put this on. And I know we meme about it and we kind of give it crap and things like that. I think that the Penguin, the way, again, there are some artful shots. I really like the suit. I really like the fighting. I really like the new I guess, take, like the new universe.
Yeah.
I thought Catwoman was very good. And I'm interested to see what happens with the Joker if they go down that route. They would have to, I think.
Yeah.
But
I'm really tired of seeing the Joker, but I think you're probably
so
right.
am I. But like everyone was talking about, myself included, is like how can Heath Ledger, get out of here. And it was the performance of a lifetime. So like I want to see the next version of that.
Yeah,
I want to see like.
Well, we got a Joker movie.
Yeah, and that wasn't bad, but again, like I like seeing that. Like I like seeing people's takes on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe that's bad because eventually it's just going to be done to death, and you don't care.
Yeah, right. So interestingly enough, this got a lower score than The Dark Knight Rises.
That's not surprising.
On IMDb, at least.
So what are you pretty
I would probably have
it?
The Dark Knight Rises, but I think it's close enough where, well, if we're being honest, I'd have the both of them over Batman Forever. But if I had to pick one, I think it's close enough where the Batman, I think it's pretty good.
Well, I mean, are we talking like actual best movie, or are we talking like our top fives? You mean like I feel that's the thing.
Couch
I think
it's top five.
Yeah, it's pretty personal. So I feel like I would take the Batman Forever over
Batman Forever. Over
I would take Batman Forever over both of them. So whichever one you want to put on, I'm fine.
No, you said I think you made some good arguments for the Batman. I think you're right. I think a lot of things were done well.
Him walking with like the almost spurs and the sound and the fighting and just him going nuts, like
the scene where he fights all those guys in the subway.
Yeah,
fantastic.
Yep.
I think
the
fights. These might be some of the best fight scenes in any Batman.
They do a good job playing on the like he could be around the corner. Like you could do crime.
Yeah,
you could get. Messed up.
I like that. I like that scene too, where they're all looking over their shoulder.
Yep,
that's exactly Batman. Yeah. All right, so we got
there. Let me put it this way: there are more things I like in the Batman, if I'm nitpicking stuff out, than Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. All right, so we have Batman, 1989.
Yeah.
Batman Forever. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and the Batman.
Yeah.
So you want the Batman at number 5 then?
No, I would put Batman Forever at number 5 if it's on the list.
Good.
I'm
I was
happy
a
with
little
that.
worried.
Yeah.
And then I would put the Batman at number 4.
I would too.
Okay.
So it really comes down to Batman, Dark Knight, Batman Begins. I think
Batman's 3.
Yep.
I think Batman Begins is 2.
Yep.
And I think The Dark Knight.
I think it's a very easy list. Like you can't.
You just put them in place. Yeah. You put them in place.
When you have The Dark Knight, which I think is in the conversation for one of the best movies of all time, you have to what do you do?
Belongs there. Yep.
Yeah.
That was easy.
That was the easiest thing. You want to run it since you actually have the list. Do you want to run it down?
So number 5 we have Batman Forever. Number 4 we have The Batman. Number 3 is Batman.
Yep.
Number 2 is Batman Begins. And number 1, no surprise, The Dark Knight.
Easy. I don't think that's
the only one with Batman not in the title.
Yeah, except The Dark Knight Rises.
Didn't make the list.
It's true. But those two are
the only one on the list.
They don't have Batman in the title. Yeah.
Batman in the title. There it is.
Good movies. I mean, you should really watch all of them. I'm getting to the point where I do want to rewatch the Batman. Oh, okay.
Two way different things.
We should both do that. Like you'll watch Batman and Robin, I'll watch the Batman, and we kind of.
It's not as bad.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Didn't I? What was a? Oh, it was episode 9. I think I saw episode 9 again.
As bad as we remember.
Or no, episode. I think I've only seen episode 9 once. Episode 8 I watched again. And the best compliment I can give it is I didn't hate it more seeing it a second time. It's like I feel the exact same way I felt coming out of it the first time. That's as good as I can give it.
That's fair.
Yeah, but
the research department made me watch episode 8 on his birthday.
Yeah.
Can
we do that? What can I make you watch on my birthday?
I hope you're more merciful.
Yeah. Oh, I have plenty of things that would be hilarious. Maybe The Littlest Angel.
Okay.
That's the worst movie.
Well, I've never seen League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh, you got to see it.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what we're watching on your birthday.
Done.
All right, there it is. Top 5 and everything else.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening
to the movie cast.
It was the movie cast today. A lot of hot takes. So if anyone's still here, that's impressive.
It's always fun because we just go, right? Like we just jump in and we run, and then Jeff will give us a write up of his thoughts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't remember saying half of this stuff.
I look forward very much to those because I'm in the exact same way. I'm like, oh my God, we said this?
Yeah. Oh.
Good thing it's all recorded forever.
Yep. Posterity.
All right. Check us out on couchcompany.games, at Couchco Games. If you're on Twitter, we do polls every week.
Yeah.
Enlightening. Pie versus cake.
Yes.
I mean, you don't get better than this. This is top tier questions. We're going to be here same time, same place next week. Thanks for joining us on the couch.